Yeah, the storm's not quite here yet. We're starting to see some of that rainfall in areas of the North Shore, but the line of stronger storms, which so far have been fairly contained, have not really gone severe. Let's hope that is a trend. Now, some of the rogue storms well out ahead have gone severe, but these are all outside of our viewing area, either farther to the east or farther to the northeast. And this has been far more active across south central, southeastern, central and eastern Mississippi, as opposed to southern Mississippi, southeast Louisiana. Now, the line itself, again, it still is moving into an environment which is primed for severe weather. However, most of the ingredients for that severe weather have been shifting farther to the north. I'm going to show you why that is in just a moment. Still some areas north of the lake, but that has started to shift a little bit more north. Now, that is not the line itself is moving into an environment where it's not as hospitable for those storms to all go strong or severe. Line of heavy weather, you already saw up in Amy. We had some of those downpours where Mike McDaniel was, and more of the heavier thunderstorms are approaching him shortly. Out toward Gonzales, the river parishes, down toward the bayou as well. This line is moving to the east, maybe a little slower than the models had first anticipated, but we were saying yesterday that we could go 1 hour one way or the other, but relatively speaking, the models have done a pretty good job with this line of storms as it continues toward the east. Notice we start to see more frequent breaks in that line, not a solid squall line as it was earlier. So we start to see more of those breaks. However, still some heavy downpours, a lot of lightning, strong gusty winds, heavy rain moving across the metro area after 7 o'clock or so. Kind of wait to see if they do become strong, severe, but even if they stay just below that criteria, it is still going to be some very heavy rainfall that pushes through the area through the rest of this evening and into tonight. Still under a tornado watch until 7 o'clock, but what may be more of an issue is the flooding. As this line does slow down a bit, could see more of these 2 to 4 inches and maybe some localized higher amounts. But notice the real risk for that does appear to be a little bit more focused on the North Shore. Not to say we wouldn't see any type of street flooding south of the lake. That just may be more of a focus on the North Shore. Satellite, though, showing once we're done with the rainfall, we will begin to see clearing skies overnight and rapidly improving weather. By tomorrow morning, we'll have more sunshine and lows in the 50s. Right now, we're 75 degrees. Very high humidity, very strong winds. Temperatures and high humidity all would have been supportive of that severe weather, but you need other ingredients, and it may be that those are shifting away from us. The strong winds, though, this has actually caused more damage than what we have seen along that line of thunderstorms that are approaching the area. Here's what's going on. Remember yesterday we were looking at the upper low, which was more over western Texas. Well, that is starting to shift away from us. It's also dragging a surface low away from us. That is kind of bringing those more severe ingredients, the dynamics for severe weather. That's what we're looking at here. This is a model showing the rainfall, and then this white to kind of yellow are the parameters where you would see tornadic storms. And notice that is more on the North Shore and lifting away from us. And as we go through the next couple of hours, that continues to shift farther to the north and east. So as that line of storms actually approaches most of the metro area and more of southeast Louisiana, the ingredients for it to become severe have shifted away, and that will continue to be a trend through the rest of the night. So while we're not going to see this line fall apart, it may be that the line weakens as it continues moving into southeast Louisiana. That does not mean we can't see 1 or 2 rogue storms go strong, severe, where another warning is issued, maybe even a tornado warning. But in terms of widespread severe weather, that is just not going to happen. Overnight tonight, temperatures coming down. We start the day in the 50s, a high of only 68 degrees, and then beautiful weather for the rest of the weekend. We'll see highs back to the low 80s by early next week.